Hey guys, this is my first video, but I put it together just for you guys as far as the Helv'tica Satele Shan double saber or saber staff. I hope you enjoy the video, and then if you have any questions, by all means message me, or you can leave a comment, whatever, and then let Helv'tica know that you're interested in the saber run. They only got a couple more, I think, through the rest of the year, and then they'll be on to another batch at least until next year. So enjoy. Hey guys, I got my Helv'tica Satele Shan sabers just arrived. Literally, it got sent out on Sunday in the Philippines and arrived, or excuse me, not Sunday, but Saturday in the Philippines, which would have been Friday afternoon here in Texas, and actually just got to my door just a few minutes ago. I'll post pictures of the box and whatnot when it came in. Of course, that's not really that important, but just so everybody sees the size of it. So I have the two Satele Shans to make up the saber staff, and I'm just going to unroll one of these here so you can see everything that comes with it. The actual hilt itself, all machined aluminum, CNC machined at their shop. You can see the videos of it actually on their Facebook page. Looks like plastic wrap all around it to protect it, even while it's inside the bubble wrap. One thing I did note was there wasn't much in the way of packing on the inside of the box, which is fine. I mean, it doesn't look like anything's scratched right now. What you get in the box with a saber staff is the two sabers themselves, the coupler, and then you get a whole bunch of nice details here to include the tactile switches, and it looks like caps and whatnot that all go into the so that you can build the Satele Shan using tactile switches instead of using AVs. Looking at this, it looks like you should be able to plug in a small AV switch if that's what you're into. Personally, I'm not really that into it. One thing I do wish it did have was a tactile switch more towards the bottom, but that might conflict with a speaker. I'll have to look at it later when I get in there, because I would actually prefer that the activation be at the bottom instead of at the top, like standard sabers. So I'm going to pause the video here and get these unwrapped and lay it all out so that everybody can see what we got. Okay, so this is what we get in the box. It looks like you get 4 tactile switches set up. Looks like machined. It's got a groove in it, so that way you can use the tactile switches and set that all up. It's got notches in the and the brass, so it fits very well in that. So you can press down on it pretty easily. And then they sent me 2 tactile switches, and then they sent me the tactile switch piece so that I can put the tactile or use the install of tactile switches. You can see that's actually not very big around, so you can tell that it gets very narrow. I want to say it's probably set up for pretty narrow down in there. We're going to take some video of the saber itself. Start at the top so you can see all the details all the way through. Looks like these are all individual pieces, individual machine pieces that they've got combined together. Obviously this has some play. You unscrew it in order to reseat it and whatnot, I guess, for your installs. Going right down the line. You can just see that nice machined finish there. If I had Allen wrenches, I would actually take these off so that I could combine it into the saber staff so we get a full length look. As it is, it'd probably be like 1/4 of an inch too long if I set it side by side. Looking down the saber itself, it's got a really nice setup, nice machining. This, of course, I'm going to try and get run as on LED NeoPixel string using the i2 later on this summer once I get all the move done. You know, like I said, the only thing that I wish I would have done was you sent me 4 tactile switches, but you didn't drill the tap to be able to put the 4th tactile switch in there. So that's not going to sit probably very well. The only complaint that I have. So looking at the saber on its end this way, obviously it's good for one-handing. This is obviously modeled from the Star Wars The Old Republic game. Got a really nice, like I said, machine finish. They do have a couple of options there. You can go with the regular machine finish like this is, or you can actually go and have them do the etching for it for about $200. So this is actually pretty decent. It's definitely the most accurate one that I've seen compared to the trailers and the in-game item as far as contours. You know, this nice contour right here is a nice touch compared to something that's more straight, complete tube. And just set this up so we can get a idea of the overall length. I'm going to set it down like this. So what we have here, if we set it all straight across and use the notches as probably the closest thing, you can get an idea of exactly how long this saber is when it's combined, which is pretty accurate as far as how a saber staff would fit. If you look at Darth Maul or any of those guys, the way that the saber's held on the double saber, it's actually just about that long, about chest length, from what I can tell. The coupler, obviously I can't put that on, but pretty easy to see that they have these Allen wrench or hexagonal screws in here, and what you do is take the old one off, put that on, use the same screws, and you're good to go. One thing I did notice in here is it does come with, it's very deep well for the emitter, so they provide you with it looks like 4 set screws that go along with that. Although they look a little shallow compared to the depth of the well. Maybe they just seep way in there, and that way you don't see them. The only problem with that is that the further in they are, the harder it is to, if you get screw up something or whatever, over tighten it, you won't be able to, you have to screw it all the way through in order to get them out. It's a pain in the ass if you strip it. Anyway, I'm going to combine these two videos and then I will, if you have questions, by all means let me know. Helv'tica from the Philippines. Really beautiful work. I'm really impressed with it. The detail work, everything goes along with it is just incredible. Now these were a little bit on the steeper side. They were about $6.22 for the pair, but I think based off of the detail work and how it comes, and especially since it only took like 2 days of travel, I think this was a pretty sound investment for somebody who's interested in this set of sabers. Anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye. Hey guys, so yeah, the Helv'tica Custom Saber, or the Satele Shan saber staff, is really a beautiful piece done by those guys. The intricate details are in there. Everything goes along with it. Everything they sent along with the saber staff to make it functional, as far as like the custom tactile switches, and the machining of it is just really beautiful. Price on this was $6.22 for the pair. Came with everything that I showed you in the video. Messaging with Helv'tica was great, even though they're located in the Philippines. I was able to message them and get responses fairly quickly from those guys whenever I had questions or something I'd seen on the video, or even before I had this in hand, trying to figure out exactly how I was going to do a chassis for it. So I have no complaints as far as their customer service. Everything is great for those guys. Again, you look at the details that are along with this thing. They do have an option to have it etched. It was $200 in etching to etch the pair. Being that I'm getting ready to move from Texas to California this summer, it was not a cost that I could have levied. The $6.22 for the pair was a stretch for me, but I'm actually really glad that I did go in on this. Like I said, everything is beautiful. The weight is great. If you were to combine the pair, like I said, it comes out, shoulder, chest length, just about how Darth Maul's is when you see it in the films. As far as rattle goes, it's just fitting here and there. Some things that are just a little loose, but you can get that tightened up, no problem. The only complaint that I have is maybe it is a tighter fit down in the center, as you can see. There's some screws that are down in there that hold components in. Might be a way to do it, but I think if you're going to do a chassis, then you have to pretty much come at it from the back end, instead of how you would normally see it, where the chassis is aligned to the emitter and the body slides over it. That might be something that they'll improve later. I'm not really sure. I know that they are working on a custom chassis to go along in this. I'm not sure who they're working with exactly, but if you have questions about it, you can of course message them. And the only other complaint that I have is the tactile switch. You have a plate, you got the tactile brass fitting, but it's not pre-drilled for the tactile on the bottom end. It is for the top end, but not for the bottom. Of course, when hold the staff out like this, that's like perfect for a tactile action or function button. And if you're going to use an aux switch, this would be perfect for an aux switch. That'd be really great to have that there. So that's the only complaints that I have. Other than that, like I said, it's beautiful. I wish that I would have got etching, but at the same time, it's something that I can do myself. So anyway, if you see these guys, check it out. Take a look at the page. I think they have some more stuff coming up later on this year as far as other sabers. And like I said, this is really machined well. The weight on it is perfect for me. It doesn't feel like a plastic tin toy when I'm whipping it around. It's got a deep well in it. I mean, the well on the blade is like, 2 inches long, really, so that's really deep well for you to lot of space in there, and it's got the 2 blade retention screws right there. So I mean, you got a lot of space. You got a lot of space to play with as far as securing the blade in here. I don't think it's going to come loose if you tried. All these little accent pieces are detachable, so I mean, they all come off. I've taken it apart a little bit, played with those, but yeah, I mean, function, weight, manufacturing. This, like I said in the video, it got sent out on Saturday, I think, in the Philippines, and arrived Monday in Texas. So really quick shipping. So like I said, I'm really happy with it. It's a great purchase. I think it's detailed well. I think it's the most accurate one around as far as anything that goes with the game or with the trailers. And I hope you guys give them a shot, and hope you enjoy your sabers. Bye.